Another day, another day. Welcome to Redring Media Unfiltered. Emmanuel Oma is my name, and today I'm privileged to be hosting Oyugi Dor. How are you, Mheshimiwa?
I'm fine.
Welcome to Redring Media.
Thank you.
Yes, you have been a seasoned politician, and this year promised to have a lot of political activities. What is your opinion on how the year will run, especially politically?
All of us are very hopeful and also very happy because I think a lot of things have changed, and we are seeing different brands of politicians coming up, and we are very, very hopeful, and we know that this time around we're going to elect people that we like. We're not going to be forced on people that we don't like.
All right, Oyugi Dor, you have been a seasoned politician for quite some time, and you have vied at least twice, correct?
Yes.
And the dominant party in your region where you come from, Ugunja, is ODM. And ODM has declared that, there's a lot of zoning that they'll be doing. I don't know, will you be vying in ODM, or which party will you be using?
First of all, I want to disagree with you. In Ugunja, right now, the most popular party is UDA.
Okay.
And even if you go back, we had a by-election a few months ago, I think in November last year, and the ODM candidate won by a very small margin. Right now, we have a sitting MP with 9,000 votes out of the 60,000 registered votes in Ugunja. So, according to me, or the way I know it, the other 51,000 people who did not vote in Ugunja are UDA members. And they did not vote for one reason, because the president told me to step down for the ODM. And I mean, for now, it was understandable because that seat belonged to ODM then, and they came in when UDA was in crisis. President really needed a helping hand, and they came in and they sought the crisis, so it was understandable. But 2027 will be a different ball game.
You see, during the last election, the last general election, the 2022, the Azimio Brigade then declared that Azimio ANC in Ahero, all other parts of Nyanza is ODM. And I don't know, and I think the clarion call, even as at now, I've had people saying that, they are doing zoning. Simply put, that they are not allowing any other parties to field candidates in their respective stronghold. How will that resonate with now that you want to stand for probably with the UDA party?
True. 2022, I was a victim of that zoning thing because I was in Azimio. Was vying through using this party UDM, which was part of Azimio coalition, but we were not allowed to do any rallies in Ugunja. We were not allowed to campaign. I mean, it was hard for us to do anything. And when it came to sharing podium with ODM, there used to be a lot of fighting. So what happened was this: most of those people who were not in ODM decided to stay home. They did not vote. And the only people who went to voting centers on the voting day were ODM people. And the result was simple. In that general election, our late father, or our late Baba, Raila Amolo Odinga, was a presidential candidate. And we all know that our current president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, won with a margin of around 200,000 votes. Then if you go back to Nyanza, you'll find there's almost 700,000 voters who did not go to, who did not vote. And why did they not vote? Because there was that voter apathy. Most of these people, their favorite candidates had been blocked from vying because they did not belong to ODM. So what I'm saying in just simple words, Right now, okay, ring fencing Nyanza, the way Kaluma is putting it's very good. But we should not ring fence it for ODM. We should ring fence Nyanza for President Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Let's allow anybody who is in a party that supports Ruto to vie. Let there be competition. We want to have guided competition. We don't want these people to bring for us directed democracy, because these people, they come, they pretend that it's democracy, there's no democracy. They want to make sure any viable opponent is out of the ballot so that they just smooth sail to parliament. And after that, the person who's going to suffer is Mwananchi. Because they're not responsible. They did not get any votes from Mwananchi. They would just pick, what do you say, from Nani, like William Ruto come, say, my MP for Ugenya is this guy, then people will
elect him.
And if we have anybody who's opposing the guy, he will be told, now you step down.
Step down.
So that's what they call zoning. But this time round, that thing is not going to work because we want to get a lot of votes for Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And the only way we'll get votes for Dr. William Ruto is when we have controlled competition within Luo Nyanza. Let's allow all the parties, all the people who are supporting Dr. William Samoei Ruto to do what? To vie. Let them vie. If it's UDA, let us supporters of UDA be allowed to vie as UDA. If it's ODM, let them be allowed to vie as ODM. If we have independent candidates, let them be allowed to vie. But let all these people support Dr. William Samoei Ruto so that the end result will be that we have a lot of presidential votes generated from both ODM side and both UDA side. Because if they bring that thing they call zoning, it will just result to one. We'll only have one result. Many people will not vote on that voting day. And it will mean that again, our president will lose the same number of votes that our late leader, Raila Molo, lost, or even more. Because, most people won't have reason to go out there and vote. And you just know how people, the way they're lazy on the voting day. So for us to give them a reason to vote, let's make sure all our candidates are on the ballot.
Now, indeed, and the question will be, because in Nyanza we have numerous parties, very many, but ODM seems to be the dominant party. Why can't you people build these other parties, for example, UDA, other parties like I had Mr. Bado, Honorable Bado had a party, and the later, and various parties that are there,
Nah, that's true. Like, before Ugunja and Ugenya used to be one constituency.
Correct.
Then it was divided into two. Now that's how the new constituency Ugunja came up. Yeah. But if you go back right now in Ugenya, we don't. The MP is not from ODM. The MP is MDG.
MDG.
And this guy, he did not just get the seat. He won it against an ODM candidate. So there's something that is happening slowly, and the whole Siaya County is going to change. And even me right now, I know if I am allowed to vie using UDA tickets, the ODM candidate will not see me. Because right now we have structures. When you come to Ugunja, each and every polling station in Ugunja, we have delegates. We have ward delegates. We have constituency delegates. UDA party. So it's taken us a lot of time, but we've built it. Right now it's very strong, and we have serious supporters. So it's not like that we don't have parties, or UDA is there.
Yes.
You ask yourself, why are the ODM people worried about UDA? Why are they asking for zoning? Because, every day they say they're the most popular party. If you know you're popular, then why should you be worried about other people? Just allow them to come, then you beat them. Yeah? So you're sure you're going to win. Why should you be worried about them? Just say, baby, come, baby, come. Then you do what?
You beat them.
Yeah. But they are worried because they know the kind of work that we've been doing on the ground. Right now, in Ugunja, UDA is more popular than ODM. I can tell you that for free. Yeah.
But even as that, you see the goodness, or rather the what do you call it, the camarada around ODM is quite large. Even though we have pockets of parties like MDG, which won the Ugenya seat, and others, but it's still ODM that is quite dominant. When you go to the ground, people just sing ODM.
You know, like, I don't know how to put this, but ODM, they use a lot of bad tactics to remain relevant. They use things like now what you call zoning.
Yes.
They twist the government of the day to make sure that any upcoming political party is killed early enough before it does any good effect on the people. So it's not that ODM is popular, but they use very bad tactics, because like even right now they're blackmailing the president. You must allow zoning for us to form a coalition with you. But ask yourself, this zoning, who is it helping? Is it helping the people? Is it going to support the president? Or is it going to help the ODM people? So who is more important? Because right now, our main agenda, our main focus is the re-election of our president. If you go back home right now, most of us are doing a lot of activities on the ground, popularizing the president and trying to pinpoint the things that the president has done since he was elected. That's the UDA people. That's our the two-term movement. But on the side of ODM, they're not telling Wananchi nothing. They don't tell anything. they don't want to talk about the president. They don't want to talk about what is going on. Because they enjoy having that ignorant voter. They want the voter who does not know what is good and what is bad. They don't want to enlighten the voter. They want that voter who they just come in the morning and tell them, vote for this guy, and they will just vote without asking why. You know, but things are changing. Things are changing because right now, most people or our voters back at home want to know, why do you want me to vote for you? They know there are things that you must do as a member of parliament, as a governor, as a president. There are a few things that you must do for them. Yeah, for them to give you their votes. But ODM wants it to be like, if they come and say it's this person, then it's that person, whether he's competent, whether he's incompetent, whether he doesn't know what he's supposed to do, as long as he's been picked by the ODM, then that's it.
You see, back in the days, when ODM was still ODM, candidates will say that I'm going to help Baba up there. Now Baba is not around. Who are they going to help?
Yeah, you know, like people are funny. So right now, you see, they're all revolving around the president. They're all over the president. So with, I think, one aim of telling people back at home that I'm the one who's going to help President Ruto up there. Up there. That's why they're all over. I see they're all over the president now. They're trying to take him over for one reason, so that they can go and say, oh, I'm going to help President up there. But in the real sense, there's nothing. They're helping people. Because if we can allow controlled competition in our area, in Nyanza, the major beneficiary will be the president and the Mwananchi. Because what will happen is that even these current ODM MPs that we have, they will be forced to work for Wananchi. As it stands now, they don't work. They don't do anything. As long as they're in good books with the party, they are sure of re-election. But once they know that even after getting the ODM ticket, they are going to meet a UDA candidate, then they will start working. And that's what we want. That will help our people, and it will also help the president to get the much needed vote that he needs to win the next general election. Yeah.
That's good. And on Sunday, there was the national chairman of ODM was somewhere in, is it in Dandora or something, or at that particular place, in a church. And she came out and said that they want 50-50. Should they form government?
No, like maybe this at negotiation stage, you can say anything, yeah. And as a human being, you'll always want more. But like when ODM is talking about 50-50, we have parties like Ford Kenya in government. We have parties like ANC, where Musalia Mudavadi was a leader.
It was dissolved.
It was dissolved, yeah. But Mudavadi is now in UDA. Yeah? I mean, he has his people and all that. They must be taken care of. And even in the next general election, I'm sure ODM is not going to be the only coalition partner with UDA. There are several other parties that are going to come in. Because even in Central, I'm sure we'll get people or a different party coming to join the UDA. So that thing of saying 50-50 cannot work. And when they're saying 50-50, are they talking about Luo Nyanza, or are they talking about ODM party? That's another question that we must ask ourselves. Because there are people who've been working for the president, UDA party from Nyanza. We've done so much. We've worked day and night. We've turned Nyanza into yellow zone. Right now, I mean, if you go through like Homa Bay, you go to Migori, Kisumu, and say you'll meet people walking with yellow T-shirts, yeah, written two-term. Those are president's people, direct supporters, not through the ODM party. So when they're talking about this government, even us, UDA people from Nyanza must be considered in that next government. When they're giving one position to an ODM person, then the other position must go to another Luo that is a UDA person, so that we have the balance. It can't just be that we're taking everything to ODM as if ODM is the only party in Nyanza. They want us to believe that it's the only party. But ask yourself why they're insisting on zoning, because they know they're weak. But
the national chair, Honorable Gladys Wanga, said ODM is the biggest party in north and south of Limpopo.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Everybody knows it can't be like that. And when he's talking about that, he's talking about which ODM? Because as far as I'm concerned, right now we have more than 3 ODMs. We have one ODM that is led by Oburu Dinga. We have another ODM that is led by Winnie Odinga. We have another ODM that is led by Sifuna. Which ODM is she talking about? Which one? Which is the big one? Yeah? She's supposed to specify which ODM she's talking about. Because right now we know the ODM is not going to hold until next general election. We're going to have, it must split into 2 or 3 or 4. So how can it be the biggest party? Right now, the biggest party in Kenya is UDA. And like tomorrow is going to have an aspirants meeting in
State House.
Yeah, and understand more than 13,000 aspirants have registered.
That's huge money.
Not money, that's a huge number. Don't look at double money. Look at the number of people who are interested in vying through UDA.
But they paid, right?
Obviously, you must pay. I mean, it's a party. For you to vie on any party, you must pay some fee. Yeah, so don't look at the money part of it.
Okay.
Look at the
number.
The number
of people.
Yes, and how people are interested in this party. So right now, what I know, the biggest party in Kenya is UDA. Yeah, ODM was, but not now.
But not now.
Yeah.
But now that there's a lot of push and pull in ODM, especially one group led by so and so and so and so and so. Is that healthy for the president?
I don't know. Like us, the UDA people, and even the president would really love to have one united ODM. But whatever is happening is out of his control. Because, I mean, we can only benefit from ODM if it's one united ODM that is supporting the president. But now when we have a lot of ODM, one supporting president and the other one not supporting president, then it does not help us. It doesn't help the president. So they really need to pull up the socks. They should do their internal stuff. They unite, then now come to the table and negotiate with the president. Not as equal, of course, because, I mean...
they want 50-50.
That can never happen. Because already the president is in power. I know this guy became a president without the ODM support. And believe me, even right now, if ODM would pull out of this coalition, President William Samoei Ruto will still win this election. He will win.
And they have surrendered the seat of the deputy president.
Yes, I saw that was very nice because that was over ambitious.
Why?
How can you come from outside? I mean, like already the president had a team that he was working with. And they started working with this team long ago. Somebody like Kindiki has been with the president since. So there's no way you just expect him to come in and throw him out and now replace him with an ODM person. That cannot happen. What will happen to the rest of the other team? And so that's a very good thing that now they've said they don't want that deputy president thing because it was not going even to be theirs in the first place.
Are you sure?
How? That's being overambitious. Yeah.
But are you vying yourself?
Yeah. 2027, vying in Ugunja as a member of parliament. Yeah. On UDA ticket.
Should the president agree to zoning and says that he wants to fill an UDA candidate, will you agree with that?
You know, president is our boss, and most of the time he looks at the big picture. As sometimes we look at ourselves, see the way ODM is just talking about zoning, thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
But the president think about the country. He looked at the bigger picture. So maybe there are things that he can see that you cannot see, or me cannot see down here. So if he thinks that zoning is what we're going to work, then we'll ask him to allow us kindly to vie using other parties or even go independent but still support him, because I think the only big fear that ODM has is UDA. When they hear the name UDA, they shake, they want to run, they want to hide.
They want to go in the bush.
They want to go to the bush because they know they know how we've been working on the ground and they know how things have shifted. Right now, if you come to Gunja, believe me, you've asked people, which party do you belong to? Out of 10, 8 of them will tell you UDA. True.
And now that a lot of ODM members somehow aren't very sure about their coming to parliament because there's no Baba to help. Is that a good thing for you guys, especially in UDA or people who are trying to vie, especially in Luo Nyanza? Yeah.
It's a good thing not only to us, but to the population, because our voters, most of the time, they never even used to vote because they used to force people on them. These people, they have something that they call it guided democracy, where they just come and choose a person and force that person on people. Then this guy, when he gets to the office, he doesn't work for the people. He works for that person who gave him the ticket. So by the end of 5 years, there's nothing that has been done. But this same guy is re-elected. For example, let me talk about Ugunja.
Yes.
So that's my constituency, and I've done a lot of work there. I've been moving up and down.
Yes.
Last Friday, I was in a place called Sidindi. Sidindi is a market, one of the oldest market that we have in Ugunja. And I think it's also the hometown for our former MP,
yes,
Mr. Opio
Wandai.
But you get that this Sidindi market, you can't get clean water. in this Sidini market, you still cannot get electricity. Most of the villages around that place are in dark. Sidini market is in a division called, a sublocation called East Yiro, or Yiro East.
Yes.
It doesn't even have a dispensary. Most of these people have to walk how many miles to go and get what? To get
Health services.
Health services or medical attention. And yet, we've been having leaders, in this same area for the last 15 years. What are they doing? What work have they been doing? And you ask yourself, the same area, Ugunja, you go around it to get so many kids are not going to school. Why? Because they don't have school fees. Yet, in the CDF, there's that space where we have bursary. And according to me, if you look at the number of schools we have in Ugunja, the day schools, the money that is given for bursary is enough to pay for all those day school students. So we should not be having any single student staying at home because of school fees. So most of the time, our leaders are not doing what they're supposed to do. Why? Because they don't care. Because it's not Wananchi who elects them. Because they know they will get that ticket anyhow. And once they get the ticket, they will get into parliament. So they don't have that urge, or they don't have that pressure to deliver. They'll only do what they feel like doing. The rest of the other thing, they leave it there. Because when you talk about the darkness that I'm talking about in Ugunja,
yes,
there is this program with the Redring.
Yes.
That when you, a sitting MP can allocate a certain amount of money from his CDF or whatever funds, then the Redring will give the same. Let's say maybe you budget, then you say this year I'm going to put 10 million for electrification in my constituency.
Yes.
Then the Redring will bring another 10 million. And let's say that a place in Ogunja, maybe what you need is just you put high masts.
Yes.
High masts in some major markets around the place. With 20 million, you can do more than 20 high masts. Wherever, floodlights.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is in 1 year, which means in 5 years you'll do 100 high mast floodlights in Ugunja. And Ugunja, we have around 67 polling stations.
Yes.
Which means the centers are around 67 of them. So if you're doing 100 high mast floodlights, it will mean that the whole Ugunja will be
lit.
So our people have been sleeping on the job, but they don't want us to talk about it. When you talk about it, it's war. Yeah.
And your governor does not support you.
No, and even me, I don't support my governor. We don't like each other. I'll give you a story. When I was, the first time I was buying was in Nairobi, 2017, Embakasi North. And I had good support. I was going to win that seat. So on the day, the final day, we had a rally at Jacaranda. And the person who refused to give me microphone was Orengo. Yeah. He grabbed microphone from my hands and made sure that I did not talk on that day. And believe me, if I could have talked on that day, that rally, that would have been it. Because I had supporters. Everybody wanted Dor, but then they insisted on another candidate who lost badly on that election. Yeah, so Governor Orengo, he's a friend. Before then, we used to meet, we used to talk. But when he became governor, we stopped talking. Because now he became a big boss, and he also stopped working. He's not working. He's not doing anything. Nothing is working in Ugunja. Nothing is working in Alego. Nothing is working in the game. The governor is not doing anything.
Even a roundabout is not.
Yeah, like he found the one roundabout that Rasanka had done. So we thought at least because he's Orengo, he will do one big roundabout somewhere, but we've not seen that. So like the other day I saw him saying that now he's brought like tractors to plow for the farmers. And is asking them to pay for that. He's not been doing this thing for the last 3 years. This is the first time he's doing it since he came to office. Why should he ask farmers to pay? I mean, the county has enough money to fuel these tractors. The people the operators are paid by the county. Yeah? Why should he ask farmers to pay? And he knows very well these farmers cannot afford. If he's giving service, let him give service to the people, because these people are so corrupt. When he starts saying that they pay for these services, farmers will end up paying so much money that these tractors will not even help them. If he's giving us services, let them be free, because the county government is paying for the fuel. The county government is paying for the operators. Why does he want the farmers to pay? So let him, if it's giving service, let it be free service to the people of Seattle, because people of Seattle have suffered. We don't have drugs. In the good hospitals, when you're sick, you don't get drugs. Yeah. If you're working in Seattle County, you are not paid. If you're a contractor, you do your business in the Seattle County, you don't get paid. People in Seattle are suffering. So it's not like we don't agree with Orengo on anything, but he's not just doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, even he has been called out with leaders from that particular region, and especially he doesn't see eye to eye with the deputy governor, and even he's in the Sifuna faction of ODM. He says people should go to the streets.
Yeah, but I think Orengo has been an activist for so long that he can never change. Even it was a very big mistake for us to elect him as a governor. He would have been better off serving as a senator, because he does not know how, the administration thinks he doesn't know how to do it. He does not know how to manage anything, because like the county right now is a mess. There's nothing that is working. The only thing he wants is to say he wants to go back to street so that he can get popularity, because as Luo people, we've been opposing government for the longest, and even our people up to this time, they don't know that they're in government. They still just want to oppose. So anything that is opposing government, everybody will love it, and that's what Orengo is trying to use to make a comeback, so that people say that Orengo anatupigania. So whatever he's trying to do is just to try and gain popularity. But as it stands now, Orengo's popularity is at 0.
What do you tell people of Gunja now as we conclude this interview?
Gunja people, what tell them is just like they need to wake up, and this time round they make sure they elect somebody who is going to change their life, because like the way I've pointed a few things, even them they know, like Ugunja, we don't have good roads, and these roads must not be done by the national government. It's the MP who is supposed to lobby and make sure their roads are being done. We don't have electricity in Ugunja. Is their MP who is supposed to make sure they're having electricity, and not just electricity, should be affordable electricity. We don't have water in Ugunja. It is their MP who is supposed to make sure they have access to clean water. And like we've been having MP, we've been having an MP now. I think this is now the 3rd term, because the Ugunja was created, I think, 15 years ago. So we've been having an MP, a sitting MP. These things have not been done. So let them change and elect somebody who is going to give them what is called development. That person is me, Redring, Udhiambo, Oyugi, Dor. Because if they continue electing the ODM people, they'll continue have having problems that they've been having. It's just the same old script, same old people, same way of doing things. Because like the other day, I had a MCS saying that right now in Ugunja, we should tone down on politics so that we allow the new elected MP to work. And you know, the person that we have right now as the MP was forced on Ugunja people. Nobody wanted him. That's why he was elected with the 9,000 votes out of the 60,000 registered votes in Ugunja. Secondly, this guy has been the manager, CDF manager for the last 10 years. So he is part of the system. He has been working in this constituency for all that time. So there's nothing like that we give him time to work. Whatever he's doing is continuing with all the bad work that he's been doing before. So there's nothing like that he needs to be given time. This guy, he's been in that office for all that time. So whatever he's doing now is not different with what he's been doing before. Because, you know, like what helps people a lot at home is the CDF. If you want bursary, CDF. If you want like the high mass I'm talking about is the CDF, because you have to give some money at least. If you want borehole, you get this borehole from the sea, and this guy is the one who's been managing CDF. How is that different from what he's doing now? Why should we give him time? Give him time to do what? And you know, even when he was campaigning, he was like, we teach odenyime. So right now,
let the work continue.
Yes. So he wanted the work to go on because he was just going on with what they were doing. Yeah. So what I can tell Ugunja people,
yes,
my advice for them is that they must elect Frederick Odhiambo Oyugi Dor, a UDA person, because I'm close to the government. I'm close to the president. And that means that I'll be close to development. I'll make sure I go to all these offices and bring what they need at home. Let them not elect somebody from another party who will still have to go and talk to his party leader. Then the party leader talks to I don't know who. Then that other person talks to the president. Before they get the development, 5 years will be gone. You know, me as a UDA member of parliament, I'll have that direct access to the president. I'll have direct access to all the ministries. I'll make sure I am able to lobby and get what we need in Ugunja as a constituency. And the other thing I'd not told, you know, like our current MP comes from the farthest end of our constituency. He comes from, like, I think it's a sub-location that is in Ugenya.
Yeah.
It's very far. And we whatever do, this constituency was divided so that we can have our own leader in Ugunja. So we must have a leader that is accessible. We must have a leader that is near us, you know, somebody who lives within Ugunja constituency, not somebody who stays so far. Okay. So that he is able to help the Ugunja people and also know what is going on in Ugunja.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Frederick Odhiambo Oyugi Dor was our guest here at Redring Unfiltered. Always a pleasure having him and having this conversation, especially the political activities taking shape in this country, because we're just 1 year and some months shy to the next election. Until next time, good evening. Emmanuel Uma is my name.